Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say Shalom to Yaakman Akwat out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. Alright, today's topics on herbal medicine, alright, natural healing, alright, so to speak. Grabbing a few scriptures, all right, and basically just talking about it, all right, and bringing it to the attention if you didn't know, all right. So let's start off with a scripture, all right. Let's go with Ecclesiasticus 38:4. It reads, "The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them." Alright, so this tells you and clearly explains right here that the Most High has created medicines out of the earth. Alright, and there are things upon this earth, alright, such as, roots, flowers, alright, barks, trees, alright, so on and so forth, alright, and as well as other things, alright, that are used as medicines, alright, and they come out of the earth, alright, and he that is wise will not abhor them, and abhor means to hate, alright, to detest, to dislike. Alright, yeah, detest, hate, loathe, despise. Alright, and you got a lot of these people that are anti-natural medicine. Alright, they don't believe in natural medicine. They don't believe in certain, anointments and topical healing. Alright, and, holistic medicine, so on and so forth. Whatever you want to call it, alright, but this type of medicine, as you can see, this is what Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai has given us. Alright, so this is the Israelites' natural way, alright, of healing, healing. That's the way we healed ourselves, alright, was through herbs and through, first and foremost and importantly, alright, praying, alright, to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, alright. So it would be wise of us, alright, and wise of you, alright, so, wise of anybody, alright, not to abhor them. Alright, now I didn't really have this planned in my lesson, alright, but the one thing that I wanted to grab, alright, I know I've gone into it in the past, alright, but, I do want to grab a little bit of it now, basically to come and just to explain a little bit about what this new medicine we have today is, alright, and here's a good article on it, alright, and the apostles, the elders of Great Millstones, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone have went into this before. Alright, I wouldn't be able to tell you the exact brother or apostle that went ahead and did it. Alright, but I do remember that's how it was originally brought to my attention. Alright, so this might make the lesson a little bit longer, but hey, I want to get into it. Alright, we weren't originally going to grab this, but this for you new brothers and you new sisters that are coming in that are just now learning about the natural medicines. Alright, it would really help you to understand, where this modern form of medicine that we know as medicine now, which is it's really poison, alright, where that came from. Alright, and the truth of that is from a man called John D. Rockefeller. Alright, and let me show you a picture of this. Alright, now for you newer brothers, and this is a lesson for you new brothers and sisters, as well as you brothers and sisters that have been in the faith for a while. Alright, in case this part, the brothers and sisters that have been in for a while will know who this man is. Alright, but this right here, alright, is John D. Rockefeller. Alright, he is what you would call, the world knows him as a big, one of the big banking families. Alright, he is what would be called an elite. Alright, and he is an Edomite. Alright, amongst those elite, alright, and the Edomites are the so-called white people, alright, not every white person goes back to Esau, Edom, but a good chunk of them do, just like not every so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American goes back to Jacob, but a large chunk of them do, alright, so if this is your first time tuning in, Esau, Edom is the so-called white man, alright, and Jacob, alright, the Israelites that the Bible speak of are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Once again, you're going to have people that may look like a so-called white person, may look like a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, or one of the other nations, heathen nations such as Moab, but they could, they might, looks aren't always, looks can be deceiving. They might not always go back to who you think they are. I myself, like I say, you can, depending on the season, I might look like a so-called white person, or I might look like a so-called Mexican. All right, so you just have to, go off their spirit, judge them by the spirit. All right, here. Here we go. It's speaking about something else. Speaking about, false prophets. All right, but this is also showing that we judge by the Spirit. All right, because we're not fleshly beings. All right, we are spiritual beings. 1 John 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. All right, and this is showing same with the false prophets. You can't trust everyone. All right, you got to try them of their spirit. All right, and this just shows you it's all through the Spirit. All right, it's all through trying of the Spirit. All right, and we know about the diaspora. All right, the spreading of the scattering of the Israelites. All right, so if you're among a different nation, all right, in different countries, you're going to look like different people. All right, but hey, you can find more information on that through another brother. All right, just search up GMS speckled birds, GMS scattering of the Israelites. All right, and you'll find information about it. All right, but let's get back on to the topic of this modern medicine, the Western medicine, all right, and it's not really Western medicine anymore. It was at one point. It came from the West, but now it's pretty much everywhere. All right, so let's get back on the topic now that you know who the nations are and who John D. Rockefeller is. All right, once again, John D. Rockefeller is an Edomite. All right, he's what you would call an elite, all right, big league banking family. All right, and so hey, let's continue on here. We got let's see, where do we want to start? Let's just start right down here. All right, and this is, you can look up Meridian Health Clinic, how Rockefeller created the business of modern for Western/modern medicine. All right, really, I'm sure there's plenty of other articles that you can get on it, but I find this one to be very informative. All right, this is the one I always use. So it says, as someone who has been practicing medicine for over 10 years, all right, this is a health clinic, so to speak, all right. As someone who's been practicing medicine for over 10 years, I try to keep an open mind and appreciate both the good and the bad that coexist in the Western system. In order to understand our current medical system, it is helpful to take a look back at the history of medicine in the Americas, I believe that should say. In America or in the Americas. The business story of Western medicine in the modern sense starts with John D. Rockefeller, who lived from 1839 up into 1937. All right, Rockefeller is widely considered the wealthiest American of all time and the richest person in modern history. Rockefeller is probably the most famous for securing a monopoly in America's oil market, but many people haven't heard the rest of the story. By the turn on the 20th century, let me grab a drink real quick, Slakia. By the turn of the 20th century is what it should say, Rockefeller controlled 90% of all petroleum refineries in America through ownership of the Standard Oil Corporation, later split into Mobil, Chevron, Exxon, etc. Concurrently, all right, and so this shows you these elites, they own a large chunk of everything. And if you look, he owns more. I think he owns Standard Oil. I think BP's under that as well. All right, currently around 1900. All right, concurrently around 1900, the science world was getting excited about new petrochemicals. All right, chemicals. All right, and petro comes from petroleum. All right. Says, and the ability to create a variety of new compounds from oil. All right, so this oil, all right, is what's in your medicine. You're basically, petroleum, that's, hey, you're putting that all over you, all in you, okay? Some of the first products derived from petrochemicals were plastics, all right, but organic chemists knew that oil had the potential to create far more than plastic toys. All right, now check this out. If you look up oil health effects, alright, the most common acute effects reported after exposure to oil spills among cleanup workers are respiratory, alright, so breathing problems, eye and skin symptoms, headache, nausea, dizziness, and fatigue. Alright, chronic effects include psychological disorder, such as schizophrenia, but that really just comes from demons. All right, lower respiratory tract symptoms and reduction of lung function. All right, look at this. That's vegetable oil. Let's see. Oil. We wanna. Here we go. Headache, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, blurred vision, confusion, loss of balance, coordination. Higher levels may lead to coma and death. All right. It's cancer is one of them. I don't know why they haven't mentioned that. All right. Yeah, crude oil being a carcinogen, greater risk of cancer, usually in the kidneys or the liver. All right. And these are the things that you're taking when you take your Oxycontin. All right, for your bad back, or you take your your ibuprofen for your headache. All right. Not saying you're inherently wicked if you take an ibuprofen. All right. We've all been there. We all take an ibuprofen here and there. I try not to take any of that shit unless it's super bad and I can't deal with it. I pray first and foremost. That's where you should first go, is pray. All right, drink some water. All right, and maybe get some tea in you and see if that headache goes away. If not, hey, maybe take one then. But I try to stay away from all those ibuprofens and shit like that as much as I possibly can. Some of the first products derived from petrochemicals were plastics, but organic chemists knew that oil had the potential to create far more than plastic toys, and that just goes back to witchcraft. They were fucking around with shit in a lab. All right. During the same era, early 1900s, scientists were doing groundbreaking work to understand the basics of mechanics of life and human health. Just like you. It was during this time that most of the essential vitamins were discovered, right? Including B1, B2, biotin, vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin D, etc. By identifying these vitamins, science took a huge step forward and enabled simple vitamin remedies to cure conditions that were caused by vitamin deficiency, such as scurvy and rickets. Now we're going to pause here for a minute, all right? And we're going to look up all these vitamins, all right? We were going to do one. Let's look up every single one of them and then look up natural source, because you can get every single one of these vitamins from a natural source. Let's go to B1, all right? First, let's start off with B1 vitamin, all right? Here we go. It is found in food and commercially synthesized to be a dietary supplement or medication. All right, but hey, look down here. Food sources of thiamine, natural ones, include whole grains, legumes, I don't know how to pronounce that, and some meats and fish. All right, let's continue on. All right, let's go to B2. What do we got down here? All right, not the B2. Is that a bomber? Vitamin B52 bomber. Let's see, riboflavin. All right, natural sources. Dairy milk, yogurt, cheese, eggs, lean beef, and stay the fuck away from that. That's doesn't matter if it has the vitamin in it. All right, organ meats, beef. Well, you don't want none of that either. Chicken breast, salmon. All right, so this, skip that. Skip that. This. All right. So hey, what's biotin? Let's get biotin. Where you can get that naturally. Natural sources. All right. Let's see what we got here. You got hey, again, man, eggs, or organ meat, liver and kidney. Again, don't eat those. All right. You got egg yolks, nuts like almonds, pecans, peanuts, walnuts, nut butters, sea beans, soybeans. Damn it! All right, you don't want to be eating too much soy as a man, or else you end up with boobs. All right, sweet potatoes. All right, mushrooms, bananas, broccoli, yeast, avocados. All right, so there you go. Vitamin C, oranges come to mind. That's one of the first things you should think is vitamin C. You should probably picture an orange come up. Natural sources, one of the first things has to be citrus. Natural sources. Yeah, see, citrus, orange, kiwis, lemon, grapefruit, bell peppers, strawberries, tomatoes, cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, white potatoes, and there's more. If I click on this, I'm not going to do it for every single one, but if I go down, it'll continue to give me more. White potatoes, no, I guess that was it. All right, but most of them will give you more than that. But hey, that's right there. Almost everyone got one of these in their house: an orange, a lemon, a grapefruit, a kiwi, a bell pepper, a strawberry, a tomato. Come on, at least a potato. You gotta have a potato in your house, you know, or some broccoli or something, man. You know, vitamin A. All right, where can we get vitamin A? Natural sources again. We got leafy green vegetables, kale, spinach, broccoli, orange and yellow vegetables, carrots, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, and other winter squash, summer squash, tomatoes, red bell pepper, cantaloupe, mango, beet, again, stay away from that shit, fish oils, milk, eggs. All right, so hey, these eggs and these milks and these leafy green vegetables and tomatoes have already been on this list quite a few times. All right, so get some tomatoes and some bell peppers, you know, some spinach and some broccolis, you know, some milk, some eggs. Hey, that's a good meal. And see, green vegetables, they contain something called, here, bear with me on that. Just like you. Green vegetables contain something called chlorophyll. All right. Here we go. I've looked it up before because one of the apostles was talking about it. All right. You should really be having. You should take chlorophyll. All right. Get as much chlorophyll as you can. Either take it as a supplement, just pure chlorophyll, nothing else, or just get it from your greens. All right. You know, blend it up. All right. Supplement makers claim. All right. Don't even listen to this claim. All right. What chlorophyll can do is boost red blood cells, help with weight loss, help damaged skin, heal damaged skin, neutralize toxins, cut inflammation, and prevent cancer. Don't say that claim or allegedly. No, it does that. It does that. All right. Is it good to drink chlorophyll daily? It's safe to drink chlorophyll every day. They're going to tell you it can be dangerous in some ways, I'm sure. All right, it's probably good for hair. Yeah, help. Chlorophyll can help you maintain good hair health. All right, antioxidants prevent aging. All right, so hey, a lot of those green vegetables have that too. Vitamin D, milk again, should come to mind. Here we go. Vitamin E, no. Eggs, mushrooms, vitamin D foods. Mushrooms, eggs, milk, fatty fish, yogurt. Alright, you can get vitamin D and vitamin A from that. Alright. So, okay, there we go. So now you know these all have a natural source. So why the fuck would you have to synthesize them? Why would you have to make... Why? Because guess what? They'll tell you. You can't trademark vitamin C, but you can trademark and copyright, you know, vitamin Cinerica or whatever the fuck you want to call it. All right, just make up some random name. All right, you can trademark that. All right, because that's something you made. But you can't just trademark just the vitamin C. You can't just trademark a vitamin, but you can if you make it into a brand name. By identifying these vitamins, science took a huge step forward and enabled simple vitamin recipes to cure conditions that were caused by vitamin deficiencies such as scurvy and rickets. 1 minute. Alright, it says, and of course scientists were also involved in research to recreate synthetic versions of these vitamins in a laboratory. Why? If you can get them from all these other things. 1935, vitamin C became the first vitamin to be artificially synthesized in Switzerland. Rockefeller was smart enough to see this as a big opportunity with the possibilities that vitamins and medications could be developed from petroleum. He saw the chance to control and monopolize, just as he has, multiple industries at once: petroleum, chemical, and medical, and of course petrochemicals were ideal from a business perspective because they could be patented, owned, and sold for high profits. Alright, it all goes back to Esau Edom wanting all that damn money. Alright, and poison their people, and you know, these people are fucked up. Here we go. Here's where all this wickedness, more wickedness, comes into play. But there was a problem with Rockefeller's plan. Natural and herbal medicines were very popular in America during the 1900s. Alright, and before we get this, just to let you know, elites all have a plan, alright, and certain people get in the way of that plan, alright. So their goal is to remove that problem, whether it's people or whoever it is. Their goal is to remove that, alright. Currently, with it being, you know, establishing the CHIP, alright, that RFID, alright, and you know, establishing that new world order, alright. So they have more control, alright, more money, more control. Hey, they basically want to be God, alright. That's what the end goal is. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to work, by the way. But there was a big problem with Rockefeller's plan. Natural and herbal medicines were very popular in America during the 1900s. All right, that's what people were using. All right, even Edomites. All right, were using natural medicine. Why? Because that's what was around. All right, They've been taught that, because that's what Jake was using, all right? Jake being, so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans, the Israelites, all right? That's what was taught to them, all right? And other nations were using it as well. You got the Ammonites, all right, and the Edomites, all right, and the Moabites, all right, with natural medicines, all right? They're all into that, all right? So, hey, almost one half of the medical colleges and doctors in America were practicing holistic medicine, using extensive knowledge from Europe and Native American traditions, all right? So, hey, what's in that word? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and what? Native Americans, all right? Which are Native Americans. If you're a Native American, you actually go back to the tribe of Gad, all right? Which you're an Israelite. Native American traditions, all right? Rockefeller, there, and then, of course, we all lost touch, all right? We were doing things we weren't supposed to as we get further and further, away from Israel and our homeland, and as we were scattered. So some of the Native American medicine is weird. It's borderline witchcraft, all right? But if you just stick with the herbs and not, the what do you call it, the medicine wheel and all that stuff, just stick with the herbs for certain things, you'll probably be all right. All right, it says Rockefeller knew that to get total control of the medical industry, he would have to expunge the competition. What does expunge mean? Let's look up expunge. To erase, to remove, to delete. All right, and that's their goal. That's these elites' goal is to remove, expunge, and delete. All right, well, they really want to do that to the Israelites, but that's not going to happen. He would have to expunge the competition. Rockefeller's first move was to use his vast wealth from oil to purchase part of the German pharmaceutical company IG Farben. Look up Farben's involvement with World War II. Now that he controlled a drug manufacturing company, he could move forward with his plan to eliminate the competition. In the early 1900s, there were a variety of doctors and healing modalities in America. Some of the medical specialties included chiropractic, naturopathy, homeopathy, holistic medicine, and herbal medicine. To eliminate the competition, Rockefeller, he hired a contractor named Abraham Flexner to submit a report. Listen to this and listen to it closely. He hired a contractor named Abraham Flexner to submit a report to Congress in 1910. This report concluded that there are too many doctors and medical schools in America and that all the natural healing modalities which existed for hundreds of years were unscientific quackery. All right, so he somehow, by buying people off, they believed him. All these things that were working for years, all right, using this for a cold, using this for a pain, using this for, a rash or a fever, using this, all of these things worked. All of a sudden, those things don't work. And that goes right back into Esau's fucking lies, all right, because that's all they do. Let's grab a scripture. All right. Let's grab John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your fathers ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. All right, this is Esau, Edom. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Let's grab another. Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, all right, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So he's gonna say, hey, yeah, this is we've come up with this solution for the modern health market. All right, it seems like these things have actually not been healing you. All right, so I got a new modern medicine. People are like, oh, okay, we're gonna try it, and they try it. And, it seems to work. All right, so guess what? But it wasn't to help. What was it? It was to get money. All right, and they're using chemicals and petrochemicals and putting them in these things. All right, this is Esau Edom. Here's another one. Another one for you Edomites. All right. Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies. Forge means to make something, to create something. All right, like you forge metal at a smithy. All right, and back in the day, they'd make things like swords, hammers. All right, doorknobs, door hinges. All right, nails. All right, pretty much anything metal was hammered out in a forge. All right, Job 13:4. But ye are all forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. What is a physician? Let's look up physician. All right, and this exposes you right here and there.
Physician.
A person qualified to practice medicine, a doctor, an MD, medical practitioner, surgeon, doc, medic, quack, all right, leech, sawbones, all right, so hey, look these ones, doctors, medical practitioner, surgeon, all right, and these people do go back to a quack, all right, let's see, yeah, here, person who dishonestly claims to have special knowledge in some field, typically medicine, all right, and that's you, Esau Edom, you're the quacks, all right, not the people that, you know, had been, you know, using this medicine and working forever, and now all of a sudden you got some brand new thing that works better. All right, that's like if I came to you, you know, and said, hey, I got something that works better than a car, and it's just a brick that just sits on the ground, and you, oh yeah, this is much better than a car, much better than a car. Why? Because you paid so many people to say, yeah, that's better. All right, when in reality it's not better at all. All right, money can get people to do just about anything. All right. So if you pay people $10 million to say that brick's a wonderful vehicle, they're going to say that brick's a wonderful vehicle, all right, regardless if it is or isn't, all right, and you're silencing people, all right, that's exactly what he did, was through money and silencing, all right, and through his power is what he did, all right, his fake power, his worldly power that doesn't compare to our power, all right, Yahweh Shem Yahushai's power, all right, he'd like to think it does, but it doesn't. Job 13:4, but you're all forgers of lies, you're all physicians of no value, all right, so hey, there you go. One moment. Bear with me. All right. Let's get rid of this song. It's a little too upbeat. All right. The report. Let's reread this. In that all natural healing modalities, which had existed for hundreds of years, were unscientific quackery. So all these things that have existed for hundreds of years, all of a sudden, no, those don't work. It's just unscientific. It's quackery. Esau loves them some science. Esau loves them some science, all right? Because there are some science that's just basic knowledge, all right? There are some things that would be so-called scientific that would be, you know, true, all right? Such as, you know, gravity, all right? If you throw something up, it's coming down. That's just plain knowledge. But there are certain things like that carbon dating shit, that's all just a bunch of Esau. That's just Esau. A lot of science is just Esau claiming that they know everything and they know the vast secrets of the world, all right? That carbon dating ain't shit. Oh, well, this piece of wood that we have here is 2 billion years old. We haven't even been here for 2 billion years. Well, it's 1 billion. We haven't been here for 1 billion. Well, it's 300 million. We haven't even been here for 300 million, man. We've been here for thousands of years, not millions of years. All right? Says the report called for standardization of medical education. All right? Standardization, what does the standardization mean? All right? It means basically to make that the new standard. All right? The process of making something conform to a standard. All right? So, hey, basically forcing you, all right, to be like, stop doing that and you're going to do this. All right? Standardization of medical education whereby only the AMA, another monopoly, would be allowed to grant medical schools licensure in the U.S. So he said, you know, hey, only certain people will be able to grant medical licenses. All right? And who are these people? Coincidentally, since they owned a market, all right, and were, monopolizing on everything, it was them. They were the ones that you had to go through, all right, and they're not going to give you a thing unless what? You're pushing their medicines, all right. We already see these instances that have already came to light, such as, you know, all the things that happened with Oxycontin, all right, and opioids in general, all right. They actually had partnerships with the medical departments, all right, and departments, and still this day, all right, if you can basically be bought out by a company and have it to where that's going to be the #1 recommended medicine, because now doctors use website, or not a website, but like a computer program, all right, that determines what's best for you, all right. And the thing is that they all have like ads put into those, all right. So if let's say I don't know a lot of medicines. Let's just use Oxycontin again. If they paid $3 million, $4 million, and they were the highest paying one, guess what? That's going to be one of the most recommended ones. All right? Let's continue on. All goes back to monopoly, all right, and who holds the money. Certainly, Flexner's report did have some valid points, but unfortunately, the motives for the report were entirely driven by Rockefeller's desire for complete control of the medical system, you know, and that should just exit that out. This is what he wants. Rockefeller's desire for complete control. That's ultimately what these elites want. They want complete control. All right, not over just the medical system, but what you do, where you go, where you work, what you eat, what you spend, all right, what you say, what you don't say, what you watch, all right, what you listen to. They want complete control over that. Why? So they can have complete control over you, all right, and they can keep you from finding out their ulterior motives, all right. But guess what, Esau, Edom, all right, the Most High has already been allowing, putting big holes right through that door that you're hiding behind, all right, and people are already looking through, all right. You're not going to be able to hide. The Most High is going to bring all this to light as it is already being brought to light, Esau, all right. And let's go back to right here, all right. We know the Rothschilds, another one of those big league banking families. Their name actually goes back to Red Shield, which before that goes back to Esau Edom directly, all right. So you're not going to hide, all right. Based on the report, Congress acted upon Flexner's recommendation and changed the laws to medical practice, all right. And they didn't act upon his recommendation. They acted upon him handing a bunch of money saying you fucking change this, all right. Because at this point the illuminated ones were already established. Incredibly, allopathic medicine. And if I'm wrong about that, correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember the year the Illuminati was established. I think it's around this time. All right, even before. Incredibly allopathic. 1910. Said in 1910. Yeah, 1910. It was already established at that point. I'm pretty sure. Incredibly. Let's see if we can find when was the Illuminati formed. Yeah, 1776. So it's been around for way longer than that. All right, I want to make sure I got my information correct. I was confusing. Something else happened in around early 1900s. I can't remember what it was, but incredibly, allopathic medicine became the standard modality, even though at the time its main treatments method were bloodletting, surgery, and the injection of toxic heavy metals, supposedly to displace disease. Well, if you put these heavy metals in your body, it'll, So what is allopathic medicine? There you go. Pills, modern medicine. The United States. Alright. So what did it consist of? Allopathic medicine was cutting you open and letting you bleed. Alright. Surgery, which would be, back then just knocking a hole in your head and your brain needs to breathe. Well, knock a hole in your head. Injection of toxic heavy metals, so putting injection mercury and lead into your body. Yeah. So it went from actually healing you to basically killing you. You fucking Edomites, you devils, man. Let's get let's see. Here we go. We're gonna skip over that. You can read that if you want. After removing traditional medicine from medical schools, Rockefeller made sure to secure his monopoly by launching a targeted smear campaign against his competitors. Homeopathy and natural medicines were discredited and demonized to the newspapers and other media of the time. Again, who controls all that? Him. Again, the people with the money. Some doctors were even jailed for using natural medicine treatments, including treatments that had been used safely and effectively for decades before. In a short time, medical colleges were all homogenized. All the students were taught the same allopathic system, and medicine was now defined as a process of prescribing patented drugs. A pill for an ill became the mindset of American medicine. Alright, so look at this. One shocking fact I found while researching this post was that Rockefeller didn't stop at U.S. borders. He actually went into China. Alright, and this shows you that the Rockefellers, man, and all these big league banking families, they don't just stop at Babylon. They want to control the whole world. So they do. All this shit has been spread. All right, all across. All nations have drunk of the wine of Babylon. All right, as the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing. He went into China to spread Western medicine. Upon hearing this, I actually got chills down my spine. Rockefeller wasn't content on just wiping out traditional medicine in America. He saw a bigger market on the other side of the world and wanted to remove traditional Chinese medicine from China. But listen here. Luckily, his venture in China mostly failed, and the practice of traditional Chinese medicine was preserved for centuries to come. To quickly summarize what happened in China, the China Medical Board, CMB, was created in 1914 by Rockefeller Foundation and provided with a $12 million grant. The RF's goal was to modernize medical education and improve the practice of medicine in China. They started building a hospital in Beijing. Peking Union Medical College opened in 1919, but they were unable to expand in other locations as planned due to mounting expenses. Alright, so, hey, it didn't really work. Why? Because, hey, man, those Asians know. Alright, and they're heathens. They know. You're going to go over there and say, oh, no, that root that you're using don't work. They're like, they've been using this root for, you know, hundreds of years. What the fuck do you mean it don't work? It works. All right, but Esau Edom, they're and you know, a large chunk of Esau Edom in the world is in America as well. All right, we'll just buy that stuff up and go, okay, yeah, well, that must be true, because really they're a bunch of idiots. All right, really they're just a bunch of idiots. So of course they're going to continue on with it, and they can be bought out. All right. So hey, let's go back. Ecclesiasticus 38:4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Alright, all these things, you know, have been given to us by the Lord. Alright, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And, you know, it's you look around, alright, it's proof. As we read through some of these scriptures, you're going to see these things mentioned, alright, they actually have health benefits. Alright, this isn't some BS. Alright, what's BS is Rockefeller coming up with all these fucking chemicals, alright, and telling you this is gonna heal. Okay, guess what? You take this OxyContin and it feels what? It helps your back, alright, helps your back pain. Then you get addicted to it, and then there's 35 other different side effects that come with it. Alright, your toes fall off, a numb tongue, alright, loss of vision, alright, headaches, alright, your wrist may fly backwards in a crazy motion, alright, you may find the unstoppable urge to start jumping and screaming and hollering. And I'm just being funny with it, but all these things are fucking true. It's fucking never would you think there would be a side effect such as, you know, like, you know, basically having your ass fall out, all right, or your organs fall out. But that's a thing that can happen, all right. I don't even want this in my search history. You know, let's just go and show you. This is a thing. This isn't a natural thing, all right. Fetal incontinence, all right, diarrhea, constipation, nerve damage, all right, basically meaning, you know, basically when you're, you know, it's vulgar, but when you know you're basically your sphincter, which holds everything in, gives out, and then you just, you know, shit all over yourself. All right, medicines can cause these things. All right, what's another one that medicines can cause is infertility. All right, in men and women. All right. So, you know, makes you to where, hey, you know, your swimmers ain't there anymore. You women, your body don't even recognize that there are swimmers. All right. So hey, upon other things, all right, it kill certain things like ibuprofen. All right, and a lot of them they put they say it's so you don't abuse them. They put a thing called let me see. There's a term. It starts with an A. Let's see here. They used to say right on it. Let me see. Bear with me. Contains, let's see, acetaminophen. There we go. There you go. But it'll fix your headache. Look at that, side effects of Tylenol. A fucking headache. The side effect of the thing that removes your headache is a headache. Alright? But here, you know what you should do instead? Natural headache medicine. Drink water. Take magnesium. Limit alcohol. Adequate sleep. All right. And let's actually get. Can we get real ones? Let's see. No, I'll show you how to do it in a minute. All right. Bear with me. Let's get this first. All right. So, yeah, you're gonna get a bunch of like 42 different side effects. A lot of the times, if you're taking it for depression, guess what? You're gonna worsen depression. More prone to thoughts of suicide. You're taking it for a headache. Worsened headaches, alright? Blindness, some shit like that. It's like, well, fuck, man. You might as well just have the fucking headache at that point. 1 Timothy 5:23. Drink no longer water, but use a little wine for thy stomach's sake and thine often infirmities. Alright? And these scriptures, basically we're getting, is we're not going to go all into them. We're getting accounts, alright, of, you know, natural uses, natural medicines mentioned. All right, not necessarily, who was it spoken to or who we're talking to, all right, but just the accounts, all right, the mentionings of these things, all right, to show you that it is mentioned throughout the Bible quite frequently. All right, so in this one, 1 Timothy 5:23, drink no longer water, but use a little wine for thy stomach's sake, and then often infirmities. What is an infirmities? All right, what is an infirmity? All right, infirmities. All right, physical or mental weakness, frailty, weakness. All right, illness, sickness. All right. Another way you can do this is all right, weakness, want of strength, weakness, infirmity, feebleness of health or sickness. All right. Let's read it again. 1 Timothy 5:23. Drink no longer water, but use a little wine for thy stomach's sake, and thine often infirmities. All right. Now, let's check this out. Wine health benefits. Red wine in moderation has been thought of as heart healthy. The alcohol and certain substances in red wine contain called antioxidants. All right. May help prevent coronary artery disease, the condition that leads to heart attacks. Any links between red wine and fewer heart attacks aren't completely understood. So, well, it's not completely, known. We can't prove anything. Can we just get a regular? Here we go. It's like one of those health sites. Can we get something that actually isn't just fucking like the first three that Esau's just pushing? Health benefits of red wine. Well, you're on a wine website. Of course it's going to say, nah, man. No, well, you want me to go to Esau's website where it's wine will kill you and it will ruin you? You want that one? The same people that are going to tell you that ibuprofen's good for you when it can fucking literally give you a headache and cause blindness and all this other fucking shit? Rich and and it kills your kidneys. Killed your kidneys. Absolutely just murders your kidneys. Rich in antioxidants. All right. What's an antioxidant? A substance that inhibits oxidation. All right. Let's see. We had it before. There we go. Antioxidant benefits. They protect against your cells against free radicals. Play a role in heart disease, cancer, and other diseases. All right. Free radicals are molecules produced when your body breaks down food or when you're exposed to tobacco smoke or radiation. All right. Lowers bad cholesterol. Keeps your heart healthy. Regulates blood sugar. Reduces the risk of cancer. Helps treat the common cold. Keeps memory sharp. Keeps you slim. Reduces the risk of depression. Has positive effects on the digestive system. All right. There you go. Now, unfortunately, I can't really drink wine like that. All right, my body just has an adverse effect to alcohol in general. All right, I used to be able to drink it. I used to kind of overdo it, but one day, I got very ill. All right, after that whole time, I made an account of it. When I was messing around, and the Most High messed me up. All right, so to speak, because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. All right, after that, I basically can't drink any caffeine or alcohol anymore. I used to be able to handle my alcohol well. I used to drink caffeine all day. Can't have it anymore. It makes me feel dizzy, gives me a headache, makes me feel like I want to puke even from the littlest sip. All right, so You know, it's unfortunate, you know. But if I had to drink wine, you know, for, you know, if it was a high holy day or something, I'd do it, you know, just to do it. All right, and just deal with dizziness or whatever. It's mostly, you know, it's mostly a headache and like I don't know. It's not like, you know, it's not like like if you're drunk or anything. It's like a headache. It's like a headache that makes you dizzy and nauseous. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, 1 Timothy 5:23, once again, drink no longer water, but use a little wine for thy stomach's sake, and thine often infirmities. And we showed you what wine can do for you. All right, wine's in moderation, all right, because you can fucking kill your liver if you drink too much alcohol. All right, if you're drinking, you know, 8 boxes of wine a day, that's, you know, hey, that's a little. They're meaning like a glass or two, you know, not in excess. All right, like oranges are really good for you, but if you eat a whole bunch of orange, you can actually, like, you know, get sick off the vitamin C. So Isaiah 38:21. For Isaiah had said, let them take a lump of figs and lay it down for a plaister upon the boil, and he shall recover. All right. So lay it for a plaister upon the boil. What's a plaister? All right, a mixture of lime, sand, plaster. All right, well, it's like the archaic version of plaster. All right, a plaster. And what does a plaster do? It covers something. All right, if you got a hole in your wall, you can plaster over it. Here, you know, you can just plaster over that. All right. So upon his boils, all right, you know, upon the boils, all right, it was saying, hey, you know, take these figs, this lump of figs, all right, and lay it as a plaster upon the boil, and he shall recover. Another, you know, use of modern medicine, or not modern medicine. That was Satan right there. Another use of natural herbal medicine. All right. Now, I found this out. I didn't know anything about this. All right, legit. I just typed in fig wounds. What did I type in before that? Fig compress. All right, figs, fig health benefits. All right, we'll grab that too. All right, so that's all I typed in. I wanted to see. Check this out. Promotes healthy digestive health. All right, rich in antioxidants. May support healthy blood pressure, bone health, improved diet. All right, what else we got? Calcium, bone density. All right. You know, hey, of course there's risks, man. Esau. But I came across this, all right, when I looked up wounds. All right, look at this. Fig enzyme could help fight infection and heal wounds. All right. Russian researchers have investigated the properties of physin, an enzyme that breaks down proteins, and helping antibiotics be more effective against infections like staphylococcus. I think that's like staph infection. I think that goes back to staph infection. Let's look it up. Yeah, staph infection. All right. At Kazan Federal University at Voronezh? Is it? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that stuff. In Russia, researchers are turning their attention to an understudied protease extracted from figs latex and now published in scientific reports that the enzyme turned out to be quite effective in clearing up biofilms from staph bacteria in preclinical studies. Biofilms are a problem in very different ranges of settings, from industrial sites to wound infections. Inside the biofilm, bacteria are protected from antibiotics. All right, so hey, it breaks that down. All right, and so now you got this thing called physin that they found out. All right, phycane or phycane, also known as physin, debrycin, or higuroxal delabare, is a protoelotic enzyme extracted from the latex sap of the stems, leaves, and unripe fruits of the American fig tree, Ficus insipida. What does it say? Of a common fig. It says, song is weird shit. I don't like that. Here we go. Let's get although later research found to be ineffective and potentially unhealthy as an anthelmintic. What is this? Used to destroy parasitic worms. Psh, don't buy any of that. Later found numerous in medical and industrial uses. It is used for cleaning and the production of stitching material for sutures, to repair animal arteries before transplantation into humans. Alright. It's confusion. Antigens, unmasking antigens, differentiating blood group antigens. Alright. See what else we got. That's what they're going to give you, but hey, you know, there you go. Another account. Here's another one. Proverbs 16:24. Pleasant words are as a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. Now this is used as an example. You know, pleasant words are as sweet as a honeycomb, or are as unto a honeycomb, you know, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. But it also says, you know, listen to what it says. Pleasant words are as a honeycomb. They're just like a honeycomb, all right? Sweet to the soul and health to the bones. All right, so hey, health to the bones. Honeycomb has benefits. So let's look at it. Honey and its comb are edible and offer numerous health benefits such as fighting infections, improving heart health. Honeycomb also Honeycomb also boosts liver function and serves as a sugar alternative for people with diabetes. Let's look up. There we go. That proves our point right there. Well, not our point, but the Most High's, what he was, you know, that's in his book. Contains essential vitamins and minerals. All right, look, you got calcium, iron, magnesium, and zinc, which are wonderful for the bones. Contains vitamins C, B6, B12, A, E, A, and D. There you go. Look at that. That's a long list of vitamins. There you go. Nutrients sealed in each honeycomb cell. Honeycomb supports heart health. Won't spike your blood sugar. Liver protecting properties. Eases cold and allergy symptoms. And whenever you have a cold, you know, you drink that tea with that honey. Raw honeycomb supports immune health, so it makes you less likely to get sick as well. It says you can. It's antioxidant, antifungal, and antibacterial. You know. Good for gut health. All right. It's prebiotic and probiotic. All right. So, oh no, it's a prebiotic. All right. So not a probiotic, but a prebiotic. Better sleep. All right. It's unadulterated, which means it's unmessed with. They usually just, you know, if you get the right stuff. All right. So hey, there you go. This one, again, talking about, you know, it's you know, prayer is another one of the things. All right. So herbs and prayer, you cannot forget about prayer, all right? Because prayer is very important. All right. James 5:14 through 16. Is any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the church, and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayer of faith shall save the sick, and the Lord shall raise him up, and if he hath committed sins, they shall be forgiven him. Confess your faults one another, and pray one for another, that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much, all right? So, hey, when you're sick, you know, and you got brothers in this truth, they ask them to pray for you, all right? And, you know, like it says the fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much, all right? But, you know, like, you can't ask your pastor, all right? These people in churches, all right, go to a church for them to pray. It's not going to get anything done. Why? Because that's not a righteous man, all right? People such as the elders and apostles are righteous men, all right? The brothers as well, all right, are righteous men. This is Exodus 15:26, because the Lord heals. The Lord does heal, all right, through prayer, through faith, all right, and through herbs, all right? Exodus 15:26, and said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy power, and wilt do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. All right, so, you know, and we know we're basically, you know, we're in spiritual Egypt again, as we are now. All right, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah. So this was in those times. All right, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. All right, and so hey, you know, you see these things coming upon these Edomites. all right, as well as these other nations, all right. If you're, diligently seeking, after the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and following His commandments, all right, and like it says, and doing what's right in His sight, all right, and like it says, and give ear to His commandments and keep all His statutes, all right, to the best of our ability, all right, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, all right. And so we don't want to fall into these, things and these plagues that are going to be coming across these heathens in these end days, all right. But in order, to be safe, all right, what do we have to do? Let's read it again, Exodus 15 and 26. And said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy power, and will do that which is right in His sight, and will give ear to His commandments, and keep all His statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. All right, so hey, there you go. Jeremiah 17:4. Heal me, O Lord, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved, for thou art my praise. Showing again that the Lord heals. All right. So hey, all at the end of the day, everything goes back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, because without the Most High, we wouldn't have these herbs. All right. But when you use these herbs, you do have to pray as well. All right. You can't just not pray. All right. You have to pray. All right. Because without prayer, hey, everything's just about useless without prayer. 1 Corinthians 3 and 17. If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy, for the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. All right, and hey, this is another thing, our bodies are a temple, so we got to try not to defile them. All right, we got to try, and it's one of those things where every single person in this truth just about, all right, with the exception of few they're very, and I wouldn't even say exception of a few. I mean, most people every once in a while will have something that isn't necessarily that good to eat. All right, some brothers more than others. I know I'm not the best at eating healthy all the time. All right, that's something we all need to prove on. All right, is eating better. All right, of course, all the foods are defiled, but again, it's better to have a piece of lettuce than a big ass bag of Cheetos. All right, that's one of the things I've been trying to work on is my sodium intake as well. All right, because sodium, man, this stuff will mess you up. All right, we are under grace right now. All right, but that's not an excuse to just mess around. We should try to eat a little bit better. Try to eat a little bit better. If you put salt on all your food, try to put a little less salt. Try to because hey, you don't want to defile your temple, man. And a lot of the foods here are messed up. All right. So hey, that's why we got to do these detox. All right, you try to eat this healthy stuff. All right, if you brothers like soda, there's healthy alternatives to soda. All right. Ooh, fuck you. You can get like personally the one I drink a lot of is seltzer water. It is water, but hey, it's got that carbonation. If you like that carbonation, that's what I went with. All right, and at the end of the day, it's water. All right. And then you got there's stuff like ginger beers that are pretty good. Most of those are pretty natural. They have yeast in them stuff. They're like like fermented gingers and stuff. Stuff like kombuchas and stuff. Those are pretty good. I don't know if you necessarily really consider those a soda-like, I guess, kind of. There's regular sodas. You can get some root beers and some ginger ales. All right, the more natural sodas. You got to make sure they don't have that high fructose corn syrup in it. That if it's got that shit in it, fucking do not even touch it. Don't get it. Don't get it. All right, that's one thing I try to stay away from is that high fructose corn syrup. It's that shit'll fuck you up, man. But hey, there's things you can do to be at least try to improve a little bit. All right, try to improve a little bit, a bit at a bit, bit by bit. All right, at a time. It's hard, I know, especially if you've been rose up on that food. All right, but hey, you need to stop eating all that shit. All right, at the end of the day, like I said, we're not gonna be perfect. All right, we are in this sinful body, and this body that's you really want a bag of Cheetos one day. All right, but hey, try to if you're gonna have a bag of Cheetos, don't eat a bag of Cheetos every damn day. That's like something you have every once in a while. Really shouldn't be eating any of that stuff at all. All right, not that it's inherently bad, dude, but it's filled with poisons. So it's not gonna make you feel any good. This is Matthew 9 and 35. And Yahushua went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. All right, showing you again the Herbal Shem Yahushai heals. All right, so hey, Psalms 103, 2 through 4. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases, who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies. All right, and it continues on. All right, who satisfy thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles. The Lord executeth righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. He made his ways unto Moses, his acts unto the children of Israel. He made known his ways unto Moses, his acts unto the children of Israel. Slakia. Alright, so hey, you know, right here, you know, all this is very important. Alright, so hey, you know, Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he. There is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. We use this a lot with, you know, when we're bringing out scriptures on judgment. But hey, right here, I wound and I heal, showing you again he does both. All right, he does both of those things. All right. So hey, you know, before we close out, I'm going to show you. You know, you can get these books. All right, you know, take them with a grain of salt, you know, as they say, you know. But hey, you know, look up herbal medicine books. There's, you know, there's good ones out there. You know, you can find them. I don't know, you know, this is just one of the books I have. I just downloaded a PDF of it. All right, I admit I don't use it all that much. All right, but hey, if you were to have an affliction, all right, or an ailment, you know, hey, this would be a good book to have. You know, like back in the day, you know, my woman made me and her back in early February. We got real ill with the you know what. All right, you know what it is. A lot of brothers and sisters have gotten it. You know what it is. And she made us these. They're called flu bombs. All right, it had like garlic and, you know, ginger and a whole bunch of other stuff in it. We did that, and we, you know, prayed. Prayer is the first and foremost. Prayer. All right, constantly. All right, that's some scary stuff, man. That you know, having that, like the apostles even said they felt like they were gonna die, man. Hey, so you know that stuff. That's, man. I got it pretty bad. All right, why the Most High let you do that? Hey, that was a test. All right, that was a test. All right, we can still continue to pray through that. All right, hey, and we got through it at the end of the day. All right, we're still here to tell the tale about it. All right, and an account. All right, what do you call it? A testimony. All right, so to speak. All right, of what happened. All right, so hey, again, herbal medicine and prayer. Herbal medicine and prayer. All right, herbal medicine. So you can go here. All right, I got a PDF of it, and you can like look. Say you got. Pretty sure they probably have a headache in here. You know, let's see. Backache. What do we got now? Let's see. Abscess, acne, tooth. All right. That'd be something good to look at. Actually, you know, I got my teeth are all messed up. You know. Hey, you know, it's whatever. Allergies, asthma, you know, backache, bee sting, bloating, bronchitis, bruise, burn. Let's find something. Chest congestion. Let's see something a lot of brothers got, or may have. Constipation might be one. A lot of people get constipation. Dry skin. Let's go with gingivitis, halitosis, hangover, headache. Here we go. Everybody gets a headache every now and then. Alright. Headache, often caused by stress or muscle tension. Headaches are also associated with caffeine withdrawal, eye strain, and high blood pressure. See your doctor if headaches are frequent. Bullshit. Just, you know, hey. Blue vervain catnip tea makes 1 cup. Alright, it says blue vervain and catnip come together to increase circulation and promote relaxation. They also help ease tension. This blend is ideal for stress headaches. Alright, and there you have to look up types of headaches as well. A cup of boiling water, 1 teaspoon of dried blue vervain, 1 teaspoon of dried catnip. And a lot of these things too are very, very cheap. Very, very cheap to get. Alright, you can probably get these from places like Sprouts, Natural Grocers, alright, Whole Foods. Alright, let's go to search web for blue vervain. Alright, you can get that for $2. Really, you want to get you really want to get it like this. That's a kilogram though. It's a lot. All right, you can probably find it other places online. Yeah, see, there you go. You know, and I'm not saying go to this site. I'm just saying you can find it. You can find it very easily. You know, so there, just keep that on deck, all right? And then catnip, man, you can pretty much, you can go to PetSmart and get some of that, you know, but it's not going to be the best quality, but you can get it places, you know, you can find it, you know, the better, I'm sure they sell, if you go to like a better animal store, you can probably get it there, you can get it online too, but pour the boiling water into a large mug, add the, you know, you shouldn't have to know how to make tea, but hey, do not use blue vervain or catnip during pregnancy, all right? So, I don't know. You'd have to look into that. I don't know. You know, there's certain things you don't want to do. Still, all right. Skull cap. All right. Heartburn. Fresh ginger tea. All right. Don't use ginger ball. All this. It's gonna say all these different things, man. Fresh ginger tea. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all ginger tea. I don't know about that one. It might not work for you, like, you know, for some of you brothers, but for just me and ginger sometimes gives me heartburn, you know. But I don't know. Maybe if you do it like this, a tablespoon of chopped French ginger root, hey, you know, maybe it'll work that way. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna work, you know, but it's strange. Ginger can cause heartburn. I know that. That's one of the things that it can cause. But that's if you know, drinking large quantities of ginger. And I love me some ginger, so hey, maybe just, again, you know, not go crazy with the ginger would probably be a better thing to do. Alright, you can go that, you can look up, just look up herbal medicine books. Alright, I think that's the one I have right there. Yeah, that's the one. Alright, you can just look up PDF. Alright, you can just look up a PDF. It's not like you're, you know, it's not like you're stealing. Alright, you're not actually stealing a physical good, alright? It's just all that stuff. Alright, I had to ask that question way back in the day. Luckily, you know, the elder Manatazak, you know, out of South Carolina answered that. I was like, you know, I just wanted to be careful, you know, that, you know, downloading books or, you know, games or movies or whatever, you know, that they call it piracy. Alright, I didn't know if that was stealing according, you know, but hey, it's not, so you can just go ahead and get a book. Alright, you can just look up any of these books. Alright. I'm not going to show you how to do it because YouTube might have a problem with it, but literally it's easy. It's easy as hell, man. There's a lot of places where you can just find it. You know, you can go to Encyclopedia of Herbal Medicine. That's by, you know, Penguin. I don't know if I'd trust that one. Green Pharmacy, History of Herbal Medicine. You can look in those ones. You really want to get the recipe books like these ones with recipes in it. You know, Big Book of Herbal Medicine. Literally, you know, hey, if YouTube's gonna do it, YouTube's gonna do it. I'm gonna just show you. Check this out. Easy. Sometimes it might not come up. They might have a PDF of it, but hey, other things will come up. Nah, you don't want that one. It could be useful, I just don't really trust that. Let's see, or another thing you can do is just type in herbal medicine PDF. Alright, and just go and look up, used to be a way I used to do it. Free herbal medicine books. Alright. You can go like that. See, I've never used this site, I don't think. Let's go to herbal medicine. Yeah, see, yeah, this is probably how I got mine. Now that I think of it, there you go. See, herbal antibiotics, medical herbalism. Let's go there. That's again the one that you don't want. Personally, I ain't telling you what you do. Let's see. That might be a thing too. All right, because a lot of that was from us. All right, so again, you gotta, you know, take it with a grain of salt. If there's something in there that stands out and doesn't sound right, hey, it's probably not. It's not right. This is a good one. I didn't even know about this one. I might download this one right now after this lesson. Let's see. Yeah, we already got that one. But hey, you know, just look around. You know, type in like PDF downloads or certain things like that. You'll find them. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got here. See what we got. What do we get available for us? All right, medical herbalism. All right, let's preview it. We won't be able to delete it for copyright infringement. That's always fun. But you can do this stuff. If it was uploaded somewhere, someone always uploads it elsewhere. There you go. Wonderful site. All right, there you go. Boom. I have that. I have Internet Archive, brothers. You can get a lot of information out of that. It's one of the things I have down here is archive. You can get it, so you can read it online or just download it. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see, what do we got? Can I zoom? We're not gonna let you. It's encrypted. All right, cool. So you're gonna have to find it somewhere else. But hey, it shows you what we got in it. You know, so you just have to find one. You know, do a little bit of digging, you'll find it. Let's see what else we got though. African American slave medicine, herbal and non-herbal treatments. So, let's see, I don't want to do that. I want to see if I can get the photo. Let's preview it. Let's see what we got. Yeah, none of that. It's got all this shit in it. Nope. See what they got. Let's go to 151. They might just throw a lump in some shit with it. You know what, this book actually might have some good stuff and I might download it anyway. Fever, yeah. Migraines, headaches, fennel. Yeah, you know, so this might be a good thing. Just completely ignore anything that's mentioning of that hoodoo and voodoo shit. Those rituals, any of that, don't, nope. Slave, herbal, and plant treatments, that might be, you know, that might be something of use. The appendix of the, these ones, well, I don't know about non-plant or herbal treatments, but some of the stuff where it's just, if it's just telling you what the plants are good for, that might be, you know, that might be something useful. Some of these are useful, it'll tell you, but you can probably get it from somewhere else. But again, I don't really like that it has all that hoodoo stuff in it. Let's see, what do we got here? Try downloading it instead. See if it'll give me it. There we go. Let's see what we got in here. Alright, I'm just showing you, you know, I don't really have to, nah, this is all bullshit. It has that, all that other stuff. But again, let's see. $3.99, page 399. Again, like I said, you gotta wean through these things. If something stands out and doesn't sound right, it's like hoodoo, voodoo, rituals. No, none of that. But you know, certain things might be of use. But if it stands out like a sore thumb, as they say, hey, you know, don't go with it. Don't roll with it. All right. I can't remember what it said. It was like 391 or something. Yeah, just throw this whole book away. You know, that one's not a really good one. This one has some good stuff in it. All right, but again, look, there's all these different ones. All right, all these different ones. All right, so you can just go and here's one. Here's one that's probably pretty good. We'll just show you one more, then we'll get the last scripture and we'll just close out. All right. I don't know if this is gonna make us download this, but let's see. It's looking like it probably will. No? All right. It'd be quicker just to download the damn thing. It's probably another good one right there. There's another one. Now, it's books like this, you know, don't go with all those crazy ones, alright? What in the hell? But, let's see if we can preview this one, preview this one, preview that one. Okay, yeah, it just downloaded it is what it did. There we go. They put all ads and type that shit. Chop this all up. But banana. Used in a bath. Herbs used in a bath. It'd be a decent one if they didn't fuck it all up. Probably be better off finding a different version of this. Let's see, we got Handbook of Medicinal Herbs. Alright, what do we got here? This might be a little bit better. Here we go, Catalyze A to Z. It's a little too much, man. I don't know. Let's see if we can just find garlic or something. Garlic weed. Can we just get regular garlic? Here we go. Yeah, see, this shit's too deep. That one, I won't recommend that one. That one's a little intense. See if this one's any better. Let's see, there you go. Got chapter, let's go. Got a headache. Chapter 55. So, you know, stuff that you can look through, alright, you know. So, hey, you know, just stuff you can look through. I showed you a little bit of it, you know. We don't have to go through every single one of them, but hey, again, you know, this is all things that have been given to us, alright, from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, alright. So, hey, who are you going to trust, alright? You're going to trust the Bible that has multiple accounts, alright? Trust the Lord, alright, in the Bible that has multiple counts of use of natural medicine and prayer, or are you going to trust the person that says, no, prayer and medicine doesn't work, alright? When we've known that it's worked for years upon years upon years, alright? Hey, you'd be better to trust in the Lord, alright? This is Psalms 118 and 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man, alright? And that's because man's not going to be able to do you any good at all, alright? So, hey, alright? So, with that, you know, we're going to close out, you know, Slakia for the end, you know, a little bit of dead end time, you know, a little bit of dead air time there, but hey, you know, in case you didn't know, you know, this is how you can, you know, look and search them up, alright? So, you know, Lord willing, this was edifying, helped you out a little bit, alright, and, you know, explained, you know, the use of herbal medicine and why it's been demonized, alright, in modern society now, alright, by Esau Edom, alright, and, you know, it's something you can look into, alright. I'm sure multiple brothers have put out lessons on it, alright. If that's something you're interested in, you can get into that, alright. And hey, so, you know, Lord willing, it was edifying. Once again, I'm going to close out. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Wadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. I'll say shalom to you, Akim and Akwat out there. Keep, that are pursuing this truth diligently, keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until the next one, Lord willing, shalom.